I wanted to be a teacher since I was a little girl. I have always loved school. I loved my teachers. Once we started getting down to the reading and writing, I was quickly falling behind. When I would read, it feels like the letters are moving, all mixed up. Dyslexia is something that I will always have. This is just how my brain works. I know what it's like to be a struggling student, and so I can help my struggling students with their reading.
It was hard to read until she taught me how to do it, and she would calm me down a lot.
Sean was diagnosed with dyslexia, and we were struggling. We couldn't figure out how to help him, and Mrs. Hill came along, and she made our life, she made Sean's life so much better.
He just read his first chapter book by himself and took a quiz on it and got 100%. And to me, that made my entire career.
This is a teacher who was born to be in the classroom. She's had huge success with growth in both ELA and math. She has wonderful strategies that she's brought into the classroom.
She helps explain things in ways that it's easy to understand. When I'm in her classroom, it just feels like amazing and fun and like we're ready for the next day of learning.
I think every child is a genius in their own way. They might not even know what their spark or interest is until they're exposed to it. So I dive in with the standards and make them come to life. Moving our bodies, singing, dancing, art.
Her classroom, you can see the second you walk in the door, it's interactive. It's filled with the arts. It's filled with California.
You can really see California in her room. She brings it to life through drawings and paintings and the kids' artwork and stories.
Something very unique and special about where we live is the diversity and, how that came to be. When we dive into our novel study, we read great stories all about California. We're learning about the gold rush and they're coming by ship. So I do a diary of a ship. It's a writing lesson, and they're supposed to be writing a diary. I come in as a ship captain and I tell them to hit the deck. They go under their desk. I have a video in the background. I flicker the lights on and off. It feels like they're in a storm.
I think Miss Hill is innovative because she comes up with some fun activities. She has good incentives. One of them is a cafe table. She has like a hot chocolate maker.
Students get to sit around the room, we listen to music. I have coupons in class. They can bring in a stuffed animal, they can wear slippers. Another class favorite is to sit with our class pet. We have frogs.
She's not only a success at our school, but out in the community as well.
Outside of the classroom, she's also an author. She has done book fairs and book clubs.
I love telling people, oh, my teacher's an author and illustrator.
It just makes my job that much more meaningful. It gives them hope, like, wow, Mrs. Hill is a struggling reader. Maybe I can overcome this too.
It was eye-opening to us and to Sean because he could see that you can grow up and be successful.
People who came to California, they didn't get rich necessarily by finding gold, but starting businesses and starting their new dreams. I feel like I struck it rich because I found my passion, my dream of becoming a teacher and working with students in my community every day.